My name is Brittney Cali. I'm an entrepreneur, I'm an athlete, and I'm unofficially a two-time world record holder. Thank you. But today, the only title that I wish to have is to just be someone that inspires one of you, or hopefully all of you. Sorry. So when I was asked to do this event, I was really happy to hear that the theme or the topic of today's event was on belief, because it's a topic that resonates with me so deeply, and it's the foundation of everything that I do. Believing to me is the difference between whether you achieve a goal or not. Believing is really everything. And I like to I created a structure for myself that has proved to be successful time and time again. And it's something that I like to call a success podium, which I probably could have came up with a lot better name for it, but that's what I landed on. But anyways, with this podium, it's basically the building block to anything that I set my mind to or any goal that I want to achieve. And as I mentioned before, believing is being the foundation of everything. So it's no surprise that the first building block of this structure is the foundation being believing. And from there, so now we have the foundation of belief. And from there, we're going to need our pillars that are going to build the structure. So now these three pillars for me are comprised of three different things. And the first pillar is commitment, because without commitment, we'll never start something. And without consistency, we'll never finish something. So commitment this is the first step to setting that goal for yourself. This is where we establish our why, and our why is what gives this commitment a purpose. Because without having that why, and this isn't just for a goal or something you want to achieve, this is just for anything in life. Without having a why, there really is no purpose. So within this pillar, we're going to establish our why, commit to a goal, and give ourselves a measurement or a time frame that we want to achieve this by. So now after this commitment, just to give you a brief example of what your commitment can be like, it could be something as simple as, I'm committing to myself that I want to live a more healthy life. I'm going to commit to exercising more, making healthier choices, and I'm making this commitment or I'm setting this goal because I want to live a more nourished and abundant life. And then you can give yourself a timestamp of, by March 2024, I'm going to run my first 5K. So right there, you just already held yourself accountable. And now from there, this is where the change really needs to start to happen, because without change, you're going to continue to get the results that you've always had. So if you're not changing, nothing's changing. So now we go on to our second pillar of this success podium, and that is sacrifice, which I'm sure half of you in this room probably just got a lot less excited thus far, because nobody likes to hear the word sacrifice. When we think of the word sacrifice, we think of lack thereof, or having to give something up, or missing out on something, when really sacrifice is a strength. Sacrifice is a choice that we make, whether it's going to bring us closer to our goal or not. So there's things that we have to sacrifice in order to achieve our goals. So now I think the problem with sacrifice is people think they need to start out with these huge sacrifices and make these huge changes, when really it's the compound effect of making these little sacrifices that are going to amount to huge changes. And now we come to the third pillar of this success podium for me, and that's discipline, which is yet another word no one really likes to hear. But discipline is, to me, discipline is everything. I feel like discipline is something that's put in place to hold ourselves accountable. And discipline is looked at, I'm sorry. Okay, so we have commitment, we have sacrifice, and we have discipline. I'm sorry, guys. I apologize. This is my first time speaking, so if you asked me to do a bunch of burpees, I'd probably do a lot better job at that. Okay, so we have commitment, we have sacrifice, and we have discipline. So these are all the three things that were the steps that I took to lead me up to that day on September 2nd, where I did put all of these in place to get me as prepared as I would be, both physically and mentally, to take on one of the biggest challenges I've ever set for myself. And when that day approached, I knew that I had done everything that I could do physically and mentally to be prepared.